work. Press the button. Oh, good. Oh my goodness. It is Sunday morning and we're back to talk about the young and the restless. We're here. I'm James Lott Jr. I really am. Press the button. Oh, here we go. It's happening all over again. It's happening all over again. It is.
What happened?
See, it's been a while. So let's talk about
the young and the restless here on JLJ Media. Did he mute himself?
They won't stop. I can't stop talking. All right, everybody, here we are again. Cheese and crackers. It's the Young and the Restless Me Spotlight. You can tell I've done this in a while. We are back. I'm James Lott Jr. We're here with Miss Tami Govea.
Greetings, Earthlings.
Yes. And Candy Poo.
No one mourns the wicked. Hi.
You guys are all coming in. I see our regulars. Keita Allen K. Beck, Ken Clark, Tami Govea, Michelle Outhouse, Grace Thompson. Hello, you guys. Come on in. The water's okay. Hi, Janaea. We are back today, and we apologize. Candy couldn't do both Beyond the Gates because Amanda's off today on assignment somewhere in the Southwest. We'll just say that. And I was out of town last week, so I couldn't watch it enough to do a show. I was busy visiting my family.
And they don't trust me to be by myself, apparently.
Never.
Like I would do anything or say anything wrong.
Supervision is imperative.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah. No, we need to produce Candice so that she can't go by herself. But she'll be back. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out.
It was a good week on Beyond the Gates.
It was.
Yeah.
It was it's been a good couple of weeks for the show. Definitely see a change in the direction of storylines, which is a good thing. And I really cannot wait next week. If so Jesus allows it, we're going to talk about it. We're probably going to go over a little bit, though. I'm going to forewarn you, and James doesn't cut us off. But we need to talk about some things.
I just have a quick question, because this is really the first time that I actually watched a full week. It's like, I need to watch. I've been wanting to, and I just haven't. Anyway, so should Andre be with Danny or the little nurse girl?
We don't look. She's unseasonal chicken. That's what Danny called her, because she's unseasoned. Me personally, I want Ashley by herself. She burned the bridge.
I think she should be by herself. I don't know much about her, but she bugs.
Oh my gosh, she gets on my freaking nerves. Like,
thank you.
She want. Can we just, you know what? This is gonna be just a 5-minute Beyond the Gates after show, real quick.
Go ahead.
Because this was the big.
It's my fault. I brought it up.
Do it.
It was the big story. Is that for months you had Ashley and Derek. Derek was such a wholesome young man. He really loves his girlfriend.
No, wait a minute. The guy who lied about not being able
yes.
to
See, okay. So here's the whole deal here. So they were together forever, and he proposed to her. Well, let me go back. It was moving in together, right? And that's a big commitment. So she all of a sudden started out like, oh, this is my space. I don't know if I can make a commitment. It's hard out here for a relationship. Okay, so they weren't on the same page. They kind of broke up. Dirk was started out okay. Oh no, don't do that on me.
Sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
But no, Derek decided to see if what they had was real. But at the same time, Ashley and Andre. Now, apparently they had, they had something. But she was like kind of enjoying the attention that Andre was giving her, And then once Ashley saw that Derek was getting attention from Shanice, which is the nurse. Okay.
I like Shanice.
That's when I love Shanice. Shanice is my girl.
She's so fun.
Hashtag I want Shanice to get a love interest soon. Thank you. But the whole thing is that Ashley was like back and forth, back and forth. So when Danny and Andre started to become a thing, Ashley was like, oh, okay. Because every time her and Andre was together, Danny would show up. And so Ashley was like, oh, well, this is about me and him. And then Derek got into the accident. And that's when he was, hurt. And she was like, maybe this is the universe telling me I'm supposed to be with you. And so she proposed to him.
So the question is, did he not tell her because he seriously believed waiting until the day of the wedding and standing at the altar was a good idea? Or did he do this because he's not really sure if she wants to be with him and this is kind of his way of manipulating the situation? I can't believe someone's that dense where they wouldn't realize this was not a good idea.
But see, he was going to tell her. There was a couple of times that he was going to tell her the truth. But guess who was always around? Andre. So when Andre was always around, Ashley would have this like, oh, look. And he's like, okay, in order for me to keep her attention on me, I have to constantly lie. And so like Shanice realized that he was faking it, which means that she was going to be in trouble because she was the medical nurse. And you have to, get updates and stuff. Then Jacob,
I remember on GH when Sunny was faking it and Epiphany. Oh no, we are not playing.
That's what Shanice said. Shanice did the same thing. It's like, so you're going to continuously to lie, which is going to jeopardize my job. And then on top of that, he also brought in Jacob, which is Naomi's husband, which is the other cop. But Naomi and Ashley are friends. So you have everybody kind of, knowing. And so Derek is like, I'm going to tell her the truth. I'm going to tell her the truth. And then, when he stood up and she caught him, I thought it was going to happen at the wedding. I personally did. But when she said, she's,
Do you think it should have? Do you think it would have been more of an effect?
I think it would have been more of an effect because that means that she would have been like, oh my God, you lied to me this whole time. But Ashley, you lied too, because and I knew this was going to happen. As soon as she caught Derek, she went straight over to Andre and was like, please, baby, please give me a chance. And I'm so happy that Andre shut her down. I'm so proud.
Are Andre and Danny married?
Yes.
They are married, right? Because they were talking about the cigar bands and making it like a kind of thing. Okay. So I like,
and even Danny told Andre, because she was like open marriage. She's all about the open marriage. Everybody's an open marriage thing. But she knows that Andre has feelings for Ashley.
Yeah.
And so the fact that Andre stood up and said, no, I'm with my wife, and Ashley got that wonk, wonk, wonk look on her face. So yeah, you lost somebody who actually was into you. And you also lost somebody that you thought would give you the time of day. Ashley's by herself now. I'm happy. This is where we're going to have our villain era starting, because I kept saying Derek and Ashley reminds me of season 1 of Jane and Michael on Meryl's Place. If you remember, they were boring season 1. And then they started getting some spark. So I want to see what happens next. Okay, I guess we got to talk about Young and the Russells.
I changed the title to it's a Young and the Restless and Beyond the Gates Me Spotlight.
There you go.
People are chatting in the chat. They're trying to give you answers. Look at the chat, folks. They're talking about it. So go a little longer. We'll get to Y&R in a second. Go a little longer.
Yeah. So you have to fill me in. It was such a great conversation. Okay, I don't know all the characters' names, but it was Dad totally laying in to his sister for being a bad influence on his daughter.
Martin and Kat. Yes.
Kat, I love Kat. Like, I want
Kat is my girl.
Oh my God.
Kat is my girl because she's
so beautiful.
She's what we call the new millennial. I guess, is that still saying a millennial woman who she's all over the place. But the thing is that Samantha, Martin's daughter, her little hot tail,
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just say this right now. I said this like to my friends. First woman, she's 16 years old. Yes, she's 16 years old. You know. And she's acting like, okay, open legs is going to get me something. She overheard the conversation, but at the same time, girl, you do not bring a boy to your house, especially somebody like that guy who is only using you because of, well, a couple of things. And and then you're going to get all mad at your dad's like, well, this is my life. This is no, girl, you are still 16 years old. You still live in my house under my roof. You're going to follow my directions. I don't care what A, B, C, D, E, F, G has to say. You're my kid. If you want to go out there, fine. And that's the thing. She has her biological mother, June. June works at the restaurant. So Samantha's kind of she's like a lot of us where we're curious and we try to push our parents' buttons. But no.
So Samantha's adopted?
Yes, Samantha, her brother Terrell are adopted. Yes.
Okay, and Martin is the one who adopted her?
Martin and Smith, which is Mike Manning's character, Smitty.
Oh, so it's a gay couple?
Uh-huh.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so I didn't understand. I saw Manning.
Yeah.
And I'm all, seriously, they're trying to portray him as a father? Like, what the hell? Like, this makes no sense. He looks like he's 10 years old. I don't understand. He has a teenage daughter. Like, why don't I don't
and a teenage son. He has a teenage son
but
and
if
a
it's
teenage
adopted,
daughter.
then that's a different
Yeah.
story. Okay. So
that's just like what the ongoing debate is. They should have redone the structure of the family. Like Martin should be Vernon and Anita's younger son, which is Tamara Tooney and Clifton Davis. That should be their younger son. And then of course there's the whole Samantha, the actress is older than 16. We all know that. And then you're going to tell us that Carla Mosley is close to 50. Carla Mosley and me are the same age.
They're always taking these young women, these young actresses, and putting them into grandmother roles. And it's ludicrous. And it's a word, whether it's daytime, primetime, film. It's like, seriously? Can we just play our age?
Right.
Like, come on.
Yeah. Let's see the chat. Okay, people are Team Derek for continued lying. Thank you. Danny and Andre together. And then there's Haley. Yeah.
Haley is
Bill's wife, the one that's scheming to kill him.
Oh, I don't know that storyline.
Okay, so we started out when we first started. Bill, okay, so before Beyond the Gates started, Bill and Danny was together for allegedly 30 years or something like that. That's why we're saying that Carla is not as old as, So what happened was, in their lovely marriage, Bill cheated on Danny with Haley.
Oh, I remember Haley now, because I started watching the show when it first started, and the scenes with Danny and Haley were everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Everything.
If you think you're moving into this neighborhood, you got another thing coming.
But wait, Tim, we found out that there was more to the story with Haley, because we all knew that something was up from the time that it was announced that Bill was with Haley. Keep in mind, Haley was Naomi's best friend. So that means that girl had been in that house, and either Bill was sniffing or Haley was a digging. But it's like, it didn't make sense. We all knew that Haley was a little much, but she also wanted, quote unquote, security deposit, meaning she wanted a baby, because Bill said that if they get divorced, there was no, like, I think there was a prenup. There's a prenup. But if you have a baby by him, you get the insurance policy, you get money. So she was trying to get knocked up. But at the same time, she was jealous that Bill and Danny had their, relationship. They still co-parents. They still got history. Then when Chelsea's the one that has the curly hair, the cute one. She's the model. She was kidnapped by a psychopath. cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for days. And so with that, it brought Bill and Danny closer, which Haley was just like, huh, huh. So she faked the pregnancy and then she faked the miscarriage and blamed Danny for that. And thought that was going to be the way the Bill will say, get bye-bye, Danny. But no. But then we find out months later, Haley has been secretly trying to kill Bill because she's a con artist.
Well, that's a cool twist.
Right. So now people who didn't like Haley likes Haley.
Yeah.
Because of Bill. Because Bill has always been very arrogant, very like,
I'm going to knock it down a few pegs for sure.
Right. So I'm like, woo, this storyline. And then her cousin, Randy. Randy works for Joey, which is John Lindstrom's character.
Was my next question. So how are you liking John Lindstrom?
I love him.
How do you really feel? No, really. How do you really feel? I can never tell how you feel, Candice.
I love him in this role. This was a good choice. And I'm going to say this because I feel as though some General Hospital fans kind of was like, that's wrong, Candice. You're not supposed to, we like him as Kevin and Ryan. I've never said that. I okay. As somebody who remembers John Lindstrom from Santa Barbara, you're welcome, James. And seeing his evolution from playing Kevin to Ryan on General Hospital, then him going over to Port Charles, then him taking over Craig Montgomery on As the World Turns, which was not easy, to now, this is the kind of role that John excels in. Playing shady and dirty, but yet tries to pull one over on you and make you think you're crazy.
But does he like that was a really beautiful scene between him and I don't know who that boy was. He does good for these kids. No.
Well, the fact that
the other side of whatever.
So here's the deal.
Scene I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what scene you're talking about, and yeah, he does very well with kids, especially when he was part of the situation of killing their father. I don't care what anybody tells me.
Joey was a guy, or he lives in duality.
He's like a little bit of Victor Newman. Take a little bit of Victor Newman, a little bit of Sonny Corinthos,
oh my gosh,
and stir it up a little bit.
Oh my gosh,
and that's Joey. He will pretend that he's doing certain things for the greater good, but there's something behind those scenes. Like the fact is, like he wanted Vanessa. He's been gunning after Vanessa since day one, and the fact is Vanessa was married to Doug, again open marriage, and he's like this. He's like, why don't you take the wedding ring off your finger? Why don't you do this? But at the same time, when Doug made his soul rest in soap heaven. We miss you, Doug. Okay. The fact that Doug had a gambling problem and Joey kept feeding him into the money and stuff. No, you wanted Doug's world to blow up so you can have Vanessa all to yourself. And that's what happened. And now she's a madam. I'm done.
Yeah, I was like, this woman's pretty trippy, but okay. So I was really excited when Katie McLean first announced that she was going to be on Beyond the Gates as Pamela, because to me it was such a departure character-wise from obviously Dixie and the Replacement Days, which I never liked. So how do you feel about Katie as Pamela? How do you feel about the character Pamela? Do you like the chemistry between Danny and Pamela? What are your thoughts?
I think they should have paired her as a best friend to Nicole.
Okay. Because
I see more Vanessa and Danny being best friends versus, like Vanessa, because Nicole and Vanessa are best friends. And Pamela and Danny are.
Right.
I will say this. I love Katie McLean. And this is, by the way, this is her first original role in soaps. Because she was a recast for All My Children. She was a recast on Young and the Restless. And she was a recast on Days. With that being said, the only thing I will say is for her to drop that accent. Because it's like, Katie, we've heard you talk before. Use your normal voice instead of, I don't know what that is. But I'm okay with the limited time that she's on because she's a get, and that was a get for Beyond the Gates to get her. Do I wish they play her off a little bit more? Yeah, and that's why I'm kind of not right now. I'm just like, okay, this is still the baby season. We got season 2 next year.
Yeah.
They may play her more, may open her, she's a recurring character.
Yeah.
So right now I'm fine with it. But I do want to see a little bit more. But yeah, that accent gotta go.
She looks fabulous. Like hair and makeup, like God bless them, because I mean Katie's gorgeous anyway, but just this whole new
Right.
character, they've so dialed in who Pamela is.
Yeah.
It's really amazing.
Yeah. Let me see what you guys say in the chat. I hope Danny doesn't. Let me see. I like Haley Nelson. She's trying to kill Bill. Yep, true. I hope Danny doesn't go back to him once it comes out. That is, I mean, I will say this. When the show first started, I think the main concern was we wish we could have seen Bill and Danny's relationship first and then see Haley, kind of destroy it. But with that being said, now I am curious, is that okay, Bill and Danny still got that fire. They got that passion. But once Danny, and if Danny realizes what's going on, or even Bill, will they go back to each other? This is classic soap, folks.
Yeah.
Where like the Victor and the Nickys and the Erica Kanes and the Adam Chandler. But I don't know. But this needs to change somebody's feel. But at the same time, I like
Danny. I mean, she was what, like 18 when they met. I mean, super young, first kind of thing. So I'll never get over that. Honestly, truly. I think she'll always care about Bill, but I don't know if I want them back together again.
It's messy, and that's why I like the show. To be honest, I mean, yeah, the hair and makeup, yeah, Jaleesa, shout out to Jaleesa, the crew over there. That's,
everybody on the show is fantastic. I mean, it's just insane in the memory.
I'm like, dang, you say, I love the song. Kayla's like, I love old school songs. Don't mess with Bill. No.
Don't. Yeah.
I mean, I just like right now it's in a spot right now with the show where everything is about to come ahead because you have, I mean, I like Naomi, and I think her storyline is really real. The fact that she does not want a kid now because her career, like she wants to make a name for herself as a lawyer, but that's not ruling out that she doesn't want kids down the line, but her husband wants a big family. And, there's a lot of conversations that I've seen on social media where everybody is sharing their own beliefs. Like some people believe Naomi is right. It's not the right time because I need to think about my career. At the same time, Jacob, you and Naomi should have had a conversation about this beforehand, or even if you did, I mean, I know that certain couples do have a quote unquote time limit where it's like, okay, after we'll start having kids, But if you are career driven, and Naomi comes from a career driven family, you got to think about your career. And she made a very good point a couple of weeks ago where for men, it's different when you're having a baby. Because with guys, they still can go to work. They still get treated the same. When you're a woman, unfortunately, in some workplaces, they will either if you were set up for a bonus or for a promotion, they might scale down and be like, well, because of your condition, we're going to wait and give it to such and such until we don't want to make you have any emotional disruptions that can cause effect to your baby. Because that's a lawsuit. So, and it's like you're gonna treat the woman like with gloves on during apprenticeship. And Naomi, she's like hard. She wants to be that person. She wants to be a boss.
And the tough part is even if you agree on something before you get married, people change their minds. Right? Well, no, like you said, if they had that conversation of, yes, we both want kids, but didn't really have that conversation as to what that timeline looked like, even if they did, people change their minds, and you've always got to have that on the table. Like, well, what if you change
Mm-hmm.
your mind? Now, what if you don't want kids? I mean, what's the
Right.
priority going to be? Is it always going to be about the two of us, or is having children the deal breaker? It's so complicated. And like you said, especially
Right.
for women in the workplace, it's not this and that, black and white. It's very gray and fluid. And we all love James. It's almost time to play James Christmas.
Santa at the disco. Make sure you go to JLJ Media and Amazon Music for that purchase. Thank you. Real
Thank you
quick.
so
So
much for
Kayla,
filling me in on that.
yeah. So Kayla asked. So that episode when Bill was in the hospital, Haley calls that. Yes, she did. Yes. This go back. It's crazy to think about this, but now you have to really rethink Haley's, situation from the time we've met her to now. So when Bill was in the hospital, yes, that was Haley. Haley is trying to literally kill Bill to get the money so she can leave out of town.
So
She
is
just
she
wants to
doing
be
this
like,
on her own, or is she working with somebody?
she got Randy as her partner, quote unquote. But this is all Haley. This is all her,
Look at
doing all this.
her,
But
Miss
now,
Entrepreneur. Good for
but
her.
here's the thing. Now she's going to probably team up with Leslie, which I'm sorry. I called this months ago. You got Leslie who, okay, folks, I'm going to say this right now. I know some of you guys have an issue with every time you turn around, Leslie's getting a win. But this is sort of, again, the soap trope is that somebody is going to have to get all these wins. Because guess what happens when you get all these wins? There's going to be a huge loss.
The fall
And
is
when that loss
crazy.
happens, it's going to be the greatest thing. But also, when I say that, is the way that they're going to write her falling from grace. Because right now she's all like, I'm Sandra D. I can do whatever I want with all this money. Whee! That Anita cut off. Thank you, Anita. Because, by the way, I know that there was a rewrite in that, but I'm glad that Anita does not have to fund that anymore. But Leslie's out here like, okay, I'm going to buy a mansion across the street. I'm about to get some gates. I'm about to get security. Yeah, go through that money, sweetie. Keep going, because once you get down to the last $125, and then you're going to be all like, what? And then when everything comes out, oh, yes! Hercules. But yeah, okay. I guess we do got to talk about Young and the Restless now.
That was perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks, James, for letting me have that.
Well, it's funny because the fans loved it. They leaned into it. So thank you guys for watching. So you got a little bit of Beyond the Gates this week. So I changed the title. It was a Beyond the Gates mini spotlights.
Perfect.
Mini.
Wait, I feel bad because now I have to figure a way for you guys to get into the gates, because we was outside. So that's something that I always say is how you guys got in.
I see that. Yes.
So today, because Amanda, she got kicked out of the membership club because I don't know, I guess she was like tossing and she was shimming in all the wrong places and whatnot. So what happened was James and Tammy, somehow, some way, they didn't even go through the front entrance. They went through the back entrance. To the point where I didn't even know they got off the elevator in Vernon and Anita's house. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Tammy, they got an elevator in the house.
We were in the milk truck delivery van.
Oh, no.
Through the back.
See, the security gates, they would have got you on that one. The footage is very tight. But then again, these are the same footage that allowed Nicole to go through the stoplight.
Yeah, exactly.
When she was on her way to the country
club. People to mess with the footage. So.
Oh.
That's easy.
Okay.
We're techies. We got that.
Okay, well, excuse me. Well, do something. Okay, well, I might need your help later.
Joey.
we got a guy.
We got a guy.
You got a guy. You got an it guy.
It's very, it's very East Coast. When you're from basically, you always say, I got a guy.
I got a guy. You need a guy. I got a guy.
I got a guy. So me and Tammy, we know somebody. That's how we got in. I forgot whether we had to get in. So that's what we're in this week. I don't know what next week. I don't tell you who's gonna be in next week, but we're in this week. I love it. Oh my God. I just changed the thumbnail to a Beyond the Gates thumbnail. So we'll have that today. We're gonna share it.
Thank you guys in the chat. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, thank all guys. It's so good to have you. Thank you, Elisa. Thank you, Brooklyn. Raina says Joy will deal with Haley with the quickness. Kayla, hi Kayla, how you doing? I'm loving Bianca's naughty girls. Leslie, Haley, Vanessa. Vanessa is over Joey's escort service.
Totally.
Right.
Kill Bill, shout out to Uma Thurman. LOL. As a Days fan, I got the ick with the Noah Sienna flashback.
Oh, we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah. Can I just say
right.
Now, can I just say really quick about the whole escort service thing? It's fascinating how daytime depicts that kind of storyline, because when a gal works for an escort service, usually it's because she doesn't have a choice. You know, she's kidnapped, or it's very traumatic. When a guy works for an escort, Diego, is that his name?
Yup, Diego.
Oh, Mr. Hot to Trot. I love my job. You miss it, baby. And it's completely different. Completely.
Well, see, here's the thing, Tammy. Diego and Vanessa had a history together.
It's clear. He made it very clear. He made it very clear.
Yes.
It's business now, honey bunny. It's all
all day. I wonder if the other guy's going to be on the escort service that she was messing with. Because she was messing with a lot of guys when we first met her. Yeah. Derek could be one of them. Just saying.
That is hilarious.
Who said that?
Who said it? Who said that? Who said that?
Who said that?
I love it. Oh, that's hilarious.
It was the ghost.
Okay, kids. I guess we will talk about Young and the Listless.
Yeah.
If I stretch, when I get ready. This is where I want to. Oh, before I didn't do my church announcements.
You didn't do the church announcements.
Oh my God! Okay, here we go. We're gonna be quick, kids. And you guys continue talking about Beyond the Gates in the chat. We love it, so that's fine. They continue talking. Okay, so I guess Beyond the Gates this week, kind of. So we got that, but then we back with a show next week. We're working out somehow. Even if we can't by yourself, we'll make sure we have a show next week. I also want to say, because on the audio charts, the show's a huge hit. So thank you for all the downloads and listens.
Guys.
So you guys want it. We want to give it to you. Bold after this. We won't talk about trust me, we'll talk about Bold. We'll get there. Also at some point after this. We're running a little late, but it's fine. We got time. And then me and Frank Moran reunited, and it feels so good. We have so much to talk about on General Hospital. So much soapy goodness. I can't even. And Jane Elliott just is like Jane Elliott.
You better get a nomination next year.
Oh yeah, I mean it's and obviously Erica Slezak. Obviously, and thank you. Bringing back James Patrick Stewart. They go, oh my God, Andrea's friend goes, James, you can do Young and Restless in 4 minutes.
Yeah, seriously.
Pretty much.
We won't think that long about it. Okay, and then also, so that's today. So we'll have that today. And of course, our sister channel, My Chocolate Twin, Tony Moore, Distant Days, yesterday. You can watch it today. Yesterday, they went to the Day's 60th celebration. They were live. I watched the whole broadcast. And it's 5 years anniversary for Justin and Araceli. They weren't part of AfterBuzz TV.
5?
I know. That's what
that is crazy.
I thought I said, there's somebody anniversary. I go, oh my God.
I remember they were little.
When they were little. So hi Ethel. So congratulations to them, because they're AfterBuzz TV. They're they're the newest. Like Amanda for us. Amanda's the newest. So I guess she's 5 years too. I guess at some level she came on to bowl with us. So I mean that's and I guess I know I've known you beforehand, but I guess it's kind of like you.
No, I was technically taken over before you guys left AfterBuzz.
So, but congratulations to them. You can watch it. It's up now. They got everybody. And I just want to say special mention to Suzanne Rogers and Tony's interview, because she held his hand the whole time, talked about it recovering from cancer. It's a lovely interview. So I would say just check that out.
Yeah.
So check it out. And also they're on today. They actually are on today, and they have a special guest. I forgot who it is from the show. So
it's the one that plays Aaron. The one that plays Aaron, who we found out is the baby daddy.
okay, he's
Mm-hmm.
on today live. Yes, Tony did look good in his velvet suit. And they did a great job. So, and I guess for all of us, it's around 5-year anniversary for all of us because I signed out when Frank said, James, are you going to continue it on your channel? And Tammy was kind of, are you going to continue it? I said, sure. And I'm grateful to Tammy and to Frank originally, and Lucretia originally, who
Yep.
saw me over. I mean, I really, I could almost start crying. But it was great. They did a great job. And Dish and Days had more live viewers, yes, Michelle, than the E! News Entertainment and all those the other ones.
They actually did. We're
did.
not going to shade away from that. We're not shading away from that. They
had more viewers.
actually had, because here's another thing. E didn't do something that Dish and Days did. So Dish and Days actually had more interaction with the fans.
Yep.
E said they were going to do it, but they didn't. And also their service cut off midway.
But I will say, I think Homeboy's kind of cute. Will Marfugi, what his name is, I think he's kind of cute.
Oh yeah, he's cool.
He's cute.
He's cool.
I'll do shade and give a little props. But Dish and Days did a great job, and Tony. So we go to Dish and Days, congratulate them, say hi to Tony. Tony's been doing this for 10 years straight, like I have. So.
And they say they were going to be there, and I said, yes, you were. Listen to Candice sometimes. Listen to me.
Okay. Let's move on from that. Last night, Candice and I were part of the Suds to Square Circle Podcastathon 2025. And unfortunately, if you were looking for it right now, his power went out for the third leg. But the first 2 legs, Candice and I were on. I hosted a couple hours of it, and we had a great time, and it was so much fun seeing you and 10th Floor GH and Donald Peebles and my girl Kim Pinto. A lot of the folks that were on there are on my audio dramas, so I was very happy to be promoted those. But it was for Samantha's friends. It's to help rehabilitate and rehouse service dogs. Come on, we need that for veterans. Yeah. I know. So you still give. You still go over there. It's Such a Square Circle Media podcast. It's all here on YouTube. There's a little Venmo thing, and you just PayPal. And so, but I was on there. It was fun. I was on there the last night shift. We had a good time. Our segment was a little serious. I kind of brought it down a little bit. But we are.
And then I brought it back up again.
Brought back up, but it was all about just we're all going through stuff, and we all look out for each other. It was all service announcements. But we can watch that too. Parts 1 and 2 are up. You can watch and see what's going on over there for that. I have an interview coming out tomorrow. I followed Tami Govea and went to a studio called youpodcaster.com. I'll make sure I shout out to them. My first interview with Stephen Rains comes out tomorrow. It looks beautiful. I'm so excited for you guys to see it. It's for my In Between the Pages with James Law Jr. I want you guys to get a tissue. We have a serious talk about gay friendship in the age of AIDS. It's really good. He got teary-eyed. I got teary-eyed in a beautiful setting. So shout out to the folks over there, all because of Tami Govea. I am very happy about that. So you can also check that out. I just want to make sure I mention them and mention that this week. And Tami has a beautiful video out now too that everybody's talking about because Tony and Flo were like, "Oh my God, look at how beautiful she is in her red dress." So you have a video out. So tell them you have a video out to you that's about just talking about the studio.
Yeah, I do the shows there, and then I thought, I'm just gonna go in and shoot some behind the scenes stuff. And when I said to Joseph, there's no guest today. Here's what I want to do, and then I want to shoot some content to promote You Podcaster, the studio. And he looked at me and he just went, I would. Thank you. Like, yeah, I've been wanting to do this forever. And I'm actually going to do this going forward, just because they're just amazing, James. You know that. They're amazing. What we are offered, what we get from working with them is incredible.
I agree.
Across the board, the pricing, the quality of the equipment and the lighting and the sound and the customer service, like across the board, they are just so incredible to work with. So it was a joy. It was a joy.
Yeah, it is. I agree with her 1,000%. So check them out, youpodcaster.com. They actually might have some of your favorite online celebrities having shows through them. They do a lot of stuff apparently. So
They do.
Tony knew that stuff. So check that out. And just also stay tuned. Guys, I announced this last time on the podcast-a-thon, but I thought I should announce it to you guys. Are family. I'm working on doing a special episode with Alan Locker about my cancer. So we're going to talk about that. I want to educate people. We want to talk about. He's all about that. He does these little side videos about that, and we're talking about that because I had to bow out of a thing we were going to do together recently because of that. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to educate some folks. I'm going to tell you, I'm always very transparent what's going on with me. So we're going to do that soon. So stay tuned for that. We are all friends. We all support each other. So that's kind of the whole thing.
The way it should be.
Yeah, the way it should be. Exactly. The way it should be. We all support each other. So that's everything I think that's church announcements for now. We're going to get into it. Okay. So we have several big points that have happened and several big points that have not happened. I want to release the Kraken. Just put the godforsaken, let's put it out there. Just get it out there. I want to see what happens. I'm over the whole preparation of this thing that could happen. I'm ready for it to happen or something. It's just getting to the point like it's so much foreplay. Let's get to the good stuff. That's my opening statement with the General City storyline of just the ring around the rosy and pocket full of posies. Like I'm over all of that. Oh my God. And then you interrupt it to go to Los Angeles, not Bold and Beautiful, but to go and have a whole world. Half of General Hospital and Days of Our Lives ex-cast members are on a whole new show, it looks like. We got Griffin. We have, what's his name? Matt Cohen. We have Roger Howarth. We have Tyler Braun. We have Lucas Adam. I'm like, who else? I'm like, hello.
And don't forget, what me say? People are calling me now. Hey, Aaron, she was Kiki.
Yeah, right. They're all over there. All over there. And I know somebody mentioned already what we saw for this week. Of very shades of Wally Kurth and Jane Elliott on Days. It's and Holden and Claire had sex. So that's a new thing, I guess. I'll give points for that. I don't know. I'm just like, I need something big to have like really happen. And this whole thing that Matt Clark is back in the version of Roger Howarth. I'm like, really? Okay. So that's what I feel like. Sharon is like Sharon's greatest villains. Who can come back? I mean, it's just been one after the other.
It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years.
Yeah. Of
continuation.
That's all we're getting. And still, Nick and Sharon have not back together. Not officially. Why can't we build a love story at the same time this is going on? It's a perfect time to build a love story at the same time. Okay. I'm sorry. One thing. I did put out a video today on day 60th. It's happy 60th episode. Okay, ladies, I'll let you go start from there. Wherever you want to start, wherever you want to go.
Well, I love Diane Cap's 2950 comment. Nick said it best when he said, "Why can't the dead stay dead?"
Great line. It's like another one. I'm like, cheese and crackers.
And that's Y&R's tongue in cheek.
Right.
You know, they wrote that for a purpose, for a reason, right, James? Everything that's said and done is done for a reason.
True.
In
That's
daytime.
true. Oh, and King Clark. All right. Yeah. Last time the podcast-a-thon, Candice and them reminded me that Rick Hurst played Matt. I forgot that.
He wasn't the original. The original guy was cute. He was
Eddie Cibrian.
It was Eddie.
Cibrian,
yeah,
right?
Eddie.
Of Leanne Rhymes and Brandy, whatever frame. Yes.
Yeah. And then, so when Rick came in, was it because like a surgery thing, or did they just or
and height difference?
Yeah,
it was the height difference. It was the voice difference. It was surgery.
Yeah.
Take over, ladies. You guys say that. I like. Hi, Lottie's all right. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to say this because James did put out a days for daytime, and if it wasn't for days, we wouldn't have Young and the Rustlers. So know your soap history, folks. If you don't know, William J. Bell wrote for Days. The money that he got from Days funded Young and the Rustlers. That's why the Corday Bell thing. All right, moving on. I am so disgusted. I am trying, you guys. I am really trying to be, kumbaya about Young and the Restless right now. And as a little fan, it hurts that this is what's happening to the show. The fact that the show is split, meaning the stuff that's happening in the GC and beyond the GC. Yes, I'm coming up with a spinoff. We had Beyond Salem. Now get ready for Beyond GC, because everything happens outside of the GC that could happen inside of town. I don't understand why Josh is constantly doing his novel ripoffs when there's things that needs to be done with the show. And the number one thing, and again, Sharon Nick's kids, all of them cannot drive no more. I'm sorry, take away all their license. Rest in peace, Cassie. I will always miss you. But seriously, Faith was like, what, last year? Now this year's Noah. Okay. I feel bad for Mariah, and I'm going to get to that because I feel as though outside of all of that, that is my biggest issue, is how they have destroyed. And I'm saying this with a lot of, I'm trying really hard not to say what I really want to say because we're a family show. But the destruction of Taraya. Because one, we got to go back to the fact that, okay, if you want to have Daniel and Tessa be friends, that's fine. That's okay. You could have made it one side where Daniel has feelings, but Tessa's like, hey, you know what? We're friends, me and Mariah, with a baby and all that. But you are clearly going into that direction of, I don't know what you're doing to Tessa, but it's like you're taking it away. I'm trying to really be sensitive of how I'm saying it. At the same time, the way that you guys are writing Mariah, I felt so bad when Mariah called Sharon and said, Mommy, I need you. And you had Sharon pick Noah over Mariah. Mariah's never asked Sharon for any of that before. She's never said, Mommy, can you please come and see me? I need you. And you got Sharon over there like, well, Noah is in medical induced coma. And you have Nick there, Sharon. The other parent could be there while you go and see this girl. This girl is on a women of prayer, and she's like scaling. Hence why she's starting to get, those visions. And I'm not going to be surprised, and I'm sorry to say this. I'm already at the point where she's going to go back into cult. She's going to go back into cult life because everything has been taken away from her. Did she bring this on herself? Yes and no. But the show itself, since April, skip over May, then it was June, July was breakup month, a little bit of August, a little September, October. You have not really done a great job with this storyline. But the main purpose has been push Tessa and Daniel together. I'm sorry to Taraya's fandom. I hear you. I see you. I mourn with you guys because I think that was effed up. And I know Kate and Michael and, they're trying to sell it, but it's not a good sell. This is one of those storylines that should have been like, no.
So the question,
and then
before Tay, I just want to get this in really quick. So I put out a video called "The Ungang of Taraya."
Right.
Lots of attention. I got some bad attention. I just want to say this very clearly. I want people to know clearly where I stand. I clearly am with Candice on this whole thing. It's atrocious what they've done. And to everyone who is trying to explain, well, Tessa was by or this was over here, I don't give a shit. They brought this couple together beautifully, actually, and gave us a lesbian, two women coupling. And they have slowly and methodically took it apart. I don't care if she was fucking guys way before a long time ago or he loved this person. Don't care. So stop telling me, try to justify it. The problem is they gave us a positive female couple on television and took it apart. That's where my anger is. because in all these soap operas, you barely have any queer representation, hardly any. They're starting to wrap up a little bit now on General Hospital with Lucas and Marco. But other than that, still, again, they got rid of that lesbian relationship. So I'm just saying, my position is very clear. There are, like she said, there are many things they could have done in the story while keeping the integrity of the basic part of the relationship. It's soap opera. We all understand you have to have problems. But the way they've ungayed it with both women, to me, is unconscionable in terms of writing, and I will stand by that. I'm still watching the show. The actors, and what I was trying to say on the show is the actors are doing their job that they're paid to do. So I don't get mad at them. I don't go after them. I'm just saying they're doing their job as they should. That's what they're hired for. But everything else, to me, is unconscionable. Okay, please, now you go ahead.
And I mean,
why?
Yeah.
Why? Whoever made this decision to dismember the relationship, why? Did they just, y'all are writers. Why? Did they just like, we don't know what else to write. Let's just, is it let's just come up with this idea and not really flesh it out and see what happens? Or this was very intentional. No, we have a very clear, we're making a conscious decision to just annihilate this relationship because we think it's good story. And so we're gonna green light this story. Why?
See, if I say my real answer, I might get in trouble, but I'm going to anyway. I truly believe with all of my heart that this was more of a network two decision, because we all know what CBS recently has done with Stephen Colbert and how they're under influence as well. I think that Josh and them wanted the shock value, because this show needs something to be like, wow, like I can't believe, have something to talk about. I'm going to say this. I talked to Sally Sussman, who did this storyline. She fought tooth and nail against the network and Sony to get Taraya on the screen. And I talked to her, and I'm going to say this. She's disgusted with the fact of what they've done. And she asked the same questions: why? What's the purpose of this? And I feel as though in the world that we live in right now, you didn't have to do that. There was other ways, but I have to take it all the way back to All My Children, because I said this, and I think James was there when I first said it. I said, I am hoping that Young and the Restless doesn't pull All My Children, because and it's funny because she's on Young and the Restless now with Tamara Braun and Eden Regal. They played Reese and Bianca. They were the first married lesbians on All My Children, but a couple of months later, Zach, came in, then we got baby Gabriella.
Yeah.
This has been a pattern for daytime where you have, a same-sex couple and you bust them up or you do something that is very disgusting. This, by far, I'm being honest, this is the most disgusting act of writing that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that just to be like, okay, Candice, no. Anybody knows I've been there for Otalia. I was there for Luke and Noah. I was there for Colin Fish. I was there for Will. And I'm just like, the evolution, to me, we've made progress, but then we took a huge step back. And I don't understand. And at the end of the day, yes, networks are the ones to make the final call, folks. And it's just now in the culture we live in, I can't help but think somebody at CBS, and again, I may be talking out my butt, I don't know, but somebody had to say, gee, golly gosh, that's a great idea. We're going to make sure that our, a certain audience doesn't get offended by all of this. But at the same time, you're offending others.
So I'm going to piggyback on Candice. I want to tell you guys, last year, I had a mini meeting with some of the folks at Y&R, PR, and they asked me, due to my videos on this channel, they had no idea that Taraya was that big. And I explained to them because they saw my videos. I mean, I have one video of theirs is at 100,000, I think, views. No one's at 80,000. Like they're my 4 interviews plus other stuff that it's always huge. No matter what I release about Tarai, it's always huge. And I did the special. I did the special celebrity event. So it's always huge. So they asked me. They're like, literally like, oh, can you tell us why? I told them so they know. See, but Y&R, the Bell, what's the dramatic serial company? They all know that Tarai has a huge fan base. So I want you guys to know, just keep that in mind. They know. So there's no secret. They know, like, well, I don't know what's happening. So I believe in my heart that it's not the writers also. I believe the writers would write all about it if they wanted to. I believe it's network. And I believe it's what's going on with CBS, period. So yeah, I'll be worried about Beyond the Gates too, if that couple stays together. I'll be about that too. Bold, they just gave us Remy and whatever, but they're already, you saw what happened this week. What's happening there. Mm-hmm. So I'm just saying, folks, it's just the times we're living in. And a lot of us don't try to be not bringing politics into this. We just want to watch our shows. But politics is affecting our shows across the board, not just, daytime, but prime time, late night. So keep that in mind, folks. So as you vote people into office and wherever you decide you want people to do stuff, just know that if you have your own person that you like to see on television and it goes away, that's just what happens. So I agree with Kat. I have a feeling the writers will write whatever they want. It's a good story. I mean, their story could have been really great on camera. The whole story could have kept going and going and going. But I believe it's network.
It reminds me a little bit of what I'm seeing on Hallmark. That the networks pick the soup of the day.
Yes.
And they decide, okay, you know what? Let's dip our toes into an interracial couple. And on Hallmark, they've committed to it. There's interracial couples left and right. It's not a big deal. But when it comes to same-sex relationships, they are very passive. Networks are very passive aggressive. It's like, we will dangle this for a little while in order to appease. Let's just kind of see how it plays out. Or if they're so completely unaware that Tessa and Mariah had such a huge fan base, what does that say? Like, no one's watching how these storylines are affecting the fan base. That's a huge disconnect. But we do know that disconnect has always been there. And that's a whole other issue. Daytime being so disconnected from the fan base. Because that dictates story. It should dictate story. But if it's, well, anyway, that's a whole thing. So what I'm saying is they've dangled this very beautiful representation of a same-sex couple, and it doesn't mean anything because the heads of the network either don't understand the fan base, don't care about the storyline, or have now moved into that ultra conservative, this needs to go away because this doesn't match the moral compass that we believe the direction should go in. Politics, this has been this way regardless of who's in office, which is sad because it's almost that belief of it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's in office. It doesn't matter because this fear of seeing a same-sex couple be strong and powerful and beautiful is not acceptable. And so where does the change come from? Because should they, when Days streamed on Peacock, is there less scrutiny from the network if a show's streaming?
Well, yeah, probably, yeah.
So there's more leeway.
There's a whole different setup.
There's a whole different setup.
It's a whole different setup.
Yeah.
So someone would literally, I mean, if you want to fight it, you would fight to go to streaming the show just to have that kind of autonomy.
Right. But we don't know what kind of deal. Because remember, Young and the Restless and Born Beautiful for Assault is primetime soaps across the world. So I don't know what kind of licensing deal they have. I don't know. That's a whole. They're into the weeds of that. But you're right. Daisy do whatever they want because they're on Peacock.
I mean, Bold can do, because Bold doesn't have Sony as a backer.
Oh, right.
Young and the Restless does, and that's a whole story in itself.
Right.
But at the end of the day, wait, is today Cameron's wedding day?
I don't know.
Wait, Sherry saying huge congratulations to Cameron.
Oh, okay.
Well, congratulations, girl.
Well, I'm not going to say anything again. I want to wait till I read it somewhere. I want to make sure I don't want to get in trouble. But like you said,
that's the case. You know what? We celebrate love. We celebrate all love.
Yes. If that's true, we celebrate that.
Confetti. Okay.
We love them. So
that needs to be a conversation, James, that I think that definitely needs to carry on to maybe a daytime today or something about what's happening right now. Because to what Tammy said is that you're right. It doesn't matter who's, but sadly, because of, again, the culture we're in right now,
I think it's worse now.
It's gotten worse. And Sherry, I did see that article where they said by 2026, there's going to be like 41% of representation might be dropped off of television shows and everything. And that needs to be discussed, because in the world of soaps, soaps is a representation of our lives. Everybody has a soap opera, going on. But the fact is that with Young and the Restless, you promoted Chiraya. You remember that promo? You gave us that beautiful promo, their fandom. And I mean, the back of my mind, I was hoping that they wouldn't, once they got married, it would be like, okay, you still see them instead of not seeing them. And I want to see them. I want to see the interactions. I want to see, everything. And I know states, and like I do it all the time. I compare U.S. soaps.
I know, me too. It's very different.
And I'm like, yo, there's such a big disconnect.
So that's why I want to jump in really quick. That's why I want to say it's American soaps.
Yep.
And it's American politics. And I just would beg to disagree with Tam and just say it's worse now. Now it's different. It feels, you're right. It's always been kind of there, but the energy is different. And I'm just telling people, be careful, because the next thing is interracial. We may not see, what's his name, Victoria and Nate. They may stop with
Holden and Claire.
Holden and Claire. I'm like, we gotta be careful with that. That's the next one, the next taboo subject. They'll do rapes and miscarriages and older, younger, do all that stuff. But those are two things that usually go hand in hand: interracial and queer. Those are two things that usually get chopped out. So to agree with what you said about Hallmark, they fully embraced the interracial thing. It's everywhere.
It's everywhere.
But then they did what it did. Like wanted to my guy Jonathan Bennett. He does like all the 2 gay movies a year. It's like
it's getting better though, because it was so stereotypical. It was offensive.
Right. I agree.
Their idea of a gay relationship between two men, it was offensive to watch.
I agree.
It was so caricature.
Yes.
They've dialed it in better.
Yes.
You can see they're making an effort, which is appreciated.
Yes.
Daytime is not making any kind of effort at all.
No.
The folks at the top are just cut.
Yes.
But to your point, misogyny is okay.
Oh, it's fine.
Women can be demeaned and there's violence against them, and Sharon can be traumatized repeatedly over and over and over. That's okay. Women can be traumatized. It's okay.
Right.
That's a great segue, because again, we got Sharon's legit. It is a list.
It's inexcusable.
But they think this is good drama. This is good entertainment, Tammy. We're talking about it. This is what they want. They want us to have that thing, that fire, that passion to talk about it, because the more we talk about it, they're like, well, gee golly, we should just keep going. We keep doing it. and get the fans all riled up. At least we know they're watching. But we're watching these shows, and I'm gonna say it, we're watching these shows out of loyalty, especially me with Young and the Restless. And what I'm seeing with Young and the Restless, okay, you brought Matt Clark back. What? When you said that Roger Howard was coming on to Young and the Restless, and I said this in real time, you could tell me that Tony Geary was coming to Young and the Restless. I mean, he was on Young and the Restless back in the day, but that wouldn't really get me hyped, because I know that whatever you're going to do is going to be a letdown. And when you told me that, when they said that Roger was going to play Matt Clark, you know, the first thing that came out of my mouth is again, because we all know that Matt Clark is a rapist. Roger Howard played Todd Manning.
He's a serial rapist.
I mean, well, not as serious as Todd Manning. I mean, we're weighing some options here. You know, he was Todd, he was Franco, he was, you know, now he's Matt. So it's like, we know Roger Howard can, first and foremost, Roger can act. And that was guaranteed this week when Nick slept up. And he was like, hey man, we know he can act. But for me, I'm like, did you talk to your agent? Because I feel as though this is a stereotype thing happening here. Like, and then Serena, this is Serena? Sienna Miss. Okay. Love Tam Tams. Think she's great. But I'm wondering if she's going to be the character that transitions to the GC. Especially because she's with Noah.
That gives me the ick.
I saw that. I was like, what in the...
That so gives me the ick.
But I was praying, James. Remember, I said, I hope to dear so Jesus they don't hook them up. I said, I swear. I swear.
Yeah, they did it. They said, I got it. Exactly.
Even Tammy, I think when we was doing the red carpet and we saw, you know, Lucas, because Lucas was with Tams, but Lucas had like separated to do something. And I was like, I was like, please don't say that they're going to hook up. Please don't say nothing. I was like, no. I was like, I don't, just no. But now you kind of writing Noah out of character in a way, because he was with Allie. So here's another representation. Where's Allie at?
Why even bother bringing her up? Why is she even part of the story? Why don't they just say they broke up, done with? Why is she still being included in a story?
And she's supposed to, this is the longest plane ride I've ever seen. You know, well, then again, TSA, you know, whole situation. But the thing is that they said she's on her way to California. And now, so you have Noah cheating on Alley Cat with Sienna, whose husband is Mitch, aka Matt Clark. So was this accident on purpose, or, you know, something? This story already, that's how I feel about it. You're basically, also, you're kind of doing a recycled Kyle story in this too, because Kyle was with what was that baby's name? The one that's Harrison's biological mama.
Biological mother who's in jail.
Yeah.
I forget her.
Tara.
Yes.
Yes. I mean, I just okay.
Do you think Sienna, the character of Sienna, is that far of a departure from Ava?
Oh, heck no.
I don't either. And
actually, you know what?
When I spoke to Tamara, she's like, oh, they're two completely different characters. And I'm really excited about Sienna. But I don't see that yet.
Here's who Sienna reminds me of. I'm going to be honest. Tams, if you're watching, hi, how you doing? She reminds me of a mixture of all of her characters. A little bit of Carly, a little bit of Ava, a little bit of even Kim on General Hospital, and even a little bit of Reese on All My Children. And you mix it all together and put Tam's own persona into it. And that's the character we're saying right now.
I don't see any Kim.
Oh, I see a little. It's a little. It's not a lot, but I saw a little bit.
I'd like to see more of that. But yeah, I don't understand.
Kim was, I mean, and real quick, Michelle, you see Tams and Josh, and that's what I'm saying. Like when they had that scene with Sienna and Nick, I was like, that's gonna be Nick's new girl. That's to me. And I know, that Roger and Tams are not on contract. Things change though. Things change. And so we did all of this, and this is what, okay.
So are we done with the rest? Anything else to talk about? I mean, that's it, isn't it?
I mean, Holden and Claire. Has anybody got anything to say about Holden and Claire?
I know Ken Clark said he liked it. Okay. I know my friends, they know all my facial expressions. That's how I feel. I'm like, it's like, well.
Audra and Holden, that scene was funny.
Oh, okay, that was kind of fun. Okay, that was.
She looked amazing. Zalika looked gorgeous.
That's the one thing. She always looks beautiful.
And she's ignoring him. And he's all, I was going to give you a heads up, and now you're just annoying me. That was hysterical. She's like, hold up. What? Heads up on what? I loved how she got so upset. He's such a liar. Holden's such a liar.
He is.
He's just so shady. So anyway.
But I would say I like this Claire trying to find out about herself.
I do too. I love it.
I like that Nikki is like, to the home dude. Because she ain't dumb. Nikki been around the block. She started in strip clubs, kids. So she knows what she knows.
Bam.
Yes. And I thought it was kind of like, okay. I'm liking her journey a little bit. That's one little thing I can say in there in all this. I kind of like her journey. I don't want her and Kyle back together. Now at this point, I don't want them back together. Oh,
come on. You don't want somebody who is fighting for your love. You don't want somebody that goes out of their way to make sure that you see things clearly. You want to make sure that your son is happy with his nanny while she's getting some Milky Way in her. You don't want, come on now. It's Kyle. He's learned his lesson. He's in love, folks. Kyle's in love, like Tom Cruise.
I'm like, no, thank you. I'm just like, ugh. But we have to end the show soon because we got to do Bold and Beautiful. And GH.
That'll take.
We should just continue it. We should do just like a soap block telethon.
Marathon.
We already did Beyond the Gates. Young and
right. And it's just us. You're right. Okay, let's add this. Okay, let's do that. We're going to switch over to Bold and Beautiful. Why the F not? I'm going to change the title. We're going to keep going, kids.
Oh, Sheila. No, we can't. We already did that old Sheila one.
Let me change the title. But those we no titles. We just Beyond. Okay, I can change the title to Beyond the Gate. Okay, Y&R Beyond the Gates.
Bonus on water. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Water provided by. Yeah, that I never get. I never got it up there.
My life. That's why I'm just gonna make it one long. I made title.
Yeah.
How about the CBS soaps? That's what we're talking about. Okay.
It should just be a CBS soapathon 2025.
I know. No, but I don't want to copy his thing. But
we can.
They'll be under 3 different playlists. Okay, Beyond the Gates, Y&R, and Bold. Okay, there we go. There you go.
Sure, if you really wanted to do it, James, you know what I'm going to tell you. Message Frank and say like maybe an hour later.
No, that's
and he can come. Oh my gosh, that would be.
No, maybe we can try that one day. We can try, but for this, no one's got. A lot of people don't watch CBS. They just watch it. You know how they are over there. A lot of people are very much. I just watch. I almost said All My Children.
That's right, Sam. It's our party. We can do whatever now.
I know. Well, maybe one day we'll do that. We'll do one long. That could be fun. But right now, we'll leave it at CBS soaps for this one. Then we'll do. Yeah. Okay. So I switched it. See, folks, we're creating stuff right on the fly. Because it gets me to go back off and go back on. Yeah, screw all that.
Yeah, we don't got time for that. Yeah, so in case you guys
60 folks are watching. So Do your station identification while I do this.
Okay. Hi guys, it's me, Candice Mack of JLJ Media. You are tuned into the Soap Sunday block. Yes, it wasn't originally planned this way, but we had Beyond the Gates. We had just finished up with Young and Restless, and now we're doing Bold. So we want to hear from you guys in the chat. Let us know what you thought about this past week's episodes. Was it good? Was it bad? Was it in between? And also, make sure you like and subscribe to JLJ Media for all your soapy goodness, including the Daytime Emmy Specials interview, which you guys have really enjoyed. And on behalf of James, Tammy, and myself, thank you so much for watching. We hope to do it again next year. I hope I go back on the red carpet too. James is going to be there. So, I think you can allow 3 people on there. So maybe I'll be one of them, depending. I don't know.
Ethel goes, please keep GH separate, James. Now I almost want to do it lighter, just do one long show. But I'm not going to. We're going to leave GH separate. I'm petty, so I'm going to be petty. But we already just said we're not going to keep it separately because it's a separate show.
Oh, I forgot something. And super chats are available.
Yes.
So make sure you guys donate, because every penny that you donate to JLJ Media goes to JLJ Media. It doesn't go anywhere else. Literally, I've asked.
Yes.
But it goes to JLJ Media. So the money you put into JLJ Media, we give it right back by giving you content, whether it's audio, books, YouTube content, just like this, and also merch. Wait, I don't have none yet.
Oh, yeah, I got to send you some.
You're right.
All right.
And also, make sure you tell everybody to check out JLJ Media, because it's not only just soaps. Oh, no, friends. No. They also have other shows like Star Wars. For you Star Wars fans out there, hey. Also, When Calls the Heart fans, what's up?
Oh, they just announced January. They didn't say a date, but today I saw the video. Season 13 premieres in January.
Wow.
So I'm very excited. I will be back doing the season recaps, having interviews with the actors and with executive producer Brian Bird. Every season finale for the last 10 years we've done this. I am the OG, and I got them to say this. Hallmark goes, I am the OG podcaster of the show. There are other ones that have come since, and they're great. They're my friends. They're great. But I did it first. Well, me and Marissa Serafini did it first. So I will be back season 13. So I think right now, look at the charts right now. It's number 5 on the charts right now. You guys continually listen to the show, watch it. You give me great numbers every season. So I appreciate you and all the admins on the Hardy's Facebook group, which has almost 100,000 followers. And I watched it grow from 0. So it's very much... Yes, that's our show. It keeps on chugging. They have Melissa Gilbert on this season, so we love it. Love it. Thank you, Candice. It is soap related because it's a soap. It's a Hallmark show.
Totally.
Okay, now we're talking about Bold and Beautiful bitches. That's what we're talking about. Bold and the Beautiful. So I'm going to start. We're talking gay shit. We're gonna start out with the reveal, which I was actually shocked happened so fast. And I was like, oh, they're doing this. I'll give points for that. It was like, oh, we're going. And Electra has every right to be upset. I mean, she has every right to be like, screw you. I don't care if you're gay now. See, but I'm telling you, this is interesting. I'm really watching this because it's borderline offensive. I'm not fully offended, but it's borderline because I'm like, making him gay could be, I know folks like it, and it's fine. I have no problem with that part. But it's kind of like, I need more than I was in the closet, that's why I terrorized you. So I've seen them, I was watching his dialogue. He's saying things like he was afraid to be alone. And he was holding on to her kind of falsely. That's why he went to such extremes. So I've been watching every word. Because this show doesn't care. They'll say whatever they want. So I was watching, I'm like, and the actor's really good. He's a really good actor. I mean, I give it to him. His name is
Christian.
What's his name?
Wiseman, because he was nominated.
Yes. He's a good actor. I think he's a good actor. I like the kid who plays Deke. He's a really good actor too. That scene was a fun soap scene. I will say that. but it's very interesting the word how he's trying to justify, and then as he went back to talk to homeboy, like you changed, you show the real love is. I can almost go with that kind. I can almost go there, but I'm still kind of watching because there's a whole gay fact because he wasn't gay before. And I understand you could be in the closet, blah blah blah. I get all stuff. I was there once too, trust me. But I didn't terrorize somebody with AI and like I don't. I'm just watching it very closely how they word it. So far, I'm not super offended. I'm just kind of like on the cusp. Anyway, so I want you guys think about that storyline. And we'll go on to the next one.
No, I will say this. Oh, go, Tami.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I like the direction because okay. When they said when I heard they was gonna make Remy gay, I was like, okay, but you're gonna have to explain. That wasn't even my big thing. I was like, so you're gonna have to explain him stalking that girl, the whole AI situation, yada 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 yada. Then when they said it's because he was, I was like, well, okay, he was putting a front. But I said that still doesn't make sense. I was like, I feel for him. I really do. I feel like giving him a hug. I'm like, okay, baby. But at the same time, you still did all this stuff to this girl and da 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 da. But I do like, I don't know, like I like Deacon, I like him, and I'm over the place with it, but it's good.
Here's what offends me. There's no question I'm offended by this. Remy turning gay. That's how I see it. And there's no such thing as turning gay. It's not even he was in the closet. To me, they didn't write it that way. For one day it's this, the next day it's that. That's not realistic. And I'm gonna say it. Okay, we're gonna depict gay representation on the show. Let's pick a character who is psychotic.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pick that character to introduce a gay couple. That's offensive to me. Now what's going to happen is Deke is going to back off. He needs time and space. And Remy's going to go back into that dark place again. And now we've got this depiction of here's what a gay character can look like. Offensive. Not interested. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it.
SF Composer says, I don't want to be hypercritical, but I am very nervous. Like, did they just make him gay for the sake of it? Or are they actually going to have substance? Sorry, not trying to be negative because I've been wanting a good LGBT character on the show. And SF Composer, same here. I've said it for years. I've said on here, I can timestamp it all over the place. I've been saying, you're in LA in a fashion industry, there's no gay people.
Yeah.
And so that's what I said earlier. I'm watching the dialogue and I'm watching to see how they do this because Deke coming on, obviously he's gay, he's fine. He's a normal gay so far we know of. But taking Remy, it was almost like, I'm sorry, it just seems to me, it was almost like they like the actor, they know he's good.
They want to keep him.
They want to keep him. So and this has happened many times on all the soaps where they change it. They just obviously to suit the story. So I have a feeling, I'm still watching, like I'm with Tami, like, why is that our introduction? Why do we have to, yes, gay characters be able to play everything, totally get it. But when you have none, this is one of the first that actually is, it's disconcerting. So I'm like you, like everybody, I'm watching to see how this plays out. And we'll come back to this. So we'll see. I'm holding. I mean, like this one, I'm holding out because again, on General Hospital, we had Brad was very layered. Lucas,
yeah.
Felix was the little one though too, but there's some ones that were layered. But they had a bunch of gay. At one point, they had a bunch of gay people on there, and at least we had a variety, and they were gay. I mean, they weren't. I mean, they did things out of their personalities, but Brad was always gay, so that was not a big deal when he did bad things. So I'm all for gay characters playing all kind of characters, but an introduction, to do this with a former character to all our accounts was straight, and there was no even. It feels like it was a change of story. We like the actor, and good for him.
Yeah, like a change of direction
yes.
for the character to stay on. Because I'm reading the comments, gay characters can be spicy and angry, but for Bold to introduce a villain, I mean, yeah, but I think there needs to be substances that, again, we were told from what was shown that Remy was all into Elektra.
Yes.
To the point where he was doing this whole AI naked pictures of this girl.
Yes.
If there was some kind of hint that he was like, if RJ walked by and Remy was like looking, and Elektra's like, why are you looking at RJ like that? Subtle hints like that, so that way it'd be like, wait a minute. As a viewer, it's like, nah. Like, give us that kind of, like, maybe, and then boom, you tell us this story. But I agree, it's like you have to watch how they're doing it. And I agree, they do like him. I mean, Remy and Luna, here's the thing, Luna and Remy was two of the most talked about characters last year. And they both were nominated for Emmys. And we've already seen the evolution of Luna. But with Remy, they needed something. They needed something to really push him. And no offense, but the whole AI storyline that happened last year on that show, it didn't really click. But the chemistry of crew, and I'm so sorry, I apologize, I do not know the young lady who plays Elektra's name, but her and Christian,
I forget.
There's something with those three. There's something there. But I agree with you, Tammy. I agree with you, James, and I agree with Silk Jesus.
But here's the thing. One way I thought they were going to go is have Remy and Luna get together.
That's what I thought.
That to me would have made sense.
It would have been a perfect storyline. They don't have to make the character gay to keep the actor on. There's so many options.
So many. And you can still bring Deke on. He's gay.
Yeah.
You always mention
I like
RJ.
the character.
They make RJ gay. We don't know anything about him. We could have made him gay.
Bring in a new actor.
A new actor. Anybody.
Let's get some, add to the canvas.
Yeah. So I just think it's just very interesting. But yeah, so I mean there was storyline potential. Medora brings up he's gonna be obsessive and delusional. If that's his through line, okay, I kind of like that. That's a through line. He's just no matter who it is, he's obsessed. So it could be good. Why do I don't sorry, Medora.
Why do they keep? She just missed the why. Oh, it's like, why do they keep?
Okay, I'll say it again.
Yeah.
Well, because it makes sense. They're not going. They should.
Because they were the terrible twosome. They were the terrible twosomes that, again, it made sense if they. That's why I kept saying that Remy is the father of that baby, because before they said he was gay, he was obsessed with Elektra. She was obsessed with Will. It would make sense for them to quote unquote work together, bust them up, and they get their happy ending and stuff like that. But now. And I guess I'm going to also say, because of we still don't know if, and I'm just going to say this because we know Lisa is booked and busy. Because I think the prequel to Legally Blonde is coming up soon, and I know that her movie is coming out soon. So they're like, okay, let's move on to Remy. Let's flush him out. But again, it's the writing direction. And we've seen this before on all the soaps. We really have. Trust me. Ooh, there were some directions I wish they didn't go into them. Who said that? Stop talking. So, we'll see what happens.
Yes, we will see what happens on that one. The other storyline that's developing, and again, I wish it was Krista Allen. I'm sorry, I just do wish it was Krista Allen. Is the Deacon and Sheila and Taylor, and they got him to go back to Sheila, but they're building that triangle. They're building that triangle, and Sheila's approach, trying to be kind to Taylor in a smart ass kind of way, kind of like that, ladies.
Tami?
I have no interest in the storyline. I have no interest because I don't see any chemistry at all between Deacon and Taylor. I don't care. I'll be interested in Sheila getting upset when she finds out that they're hooking up. That would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
But the build up to it, no interest at all.
And see, I'm actually okay with this. Is crazy. I've been on this show many times and said, I want somebody new for Taylor. I want some new blood for Taylor to, just be focused on her. She doesn't have to give out this energy of trying too hard and everything. Okay, well, clearly they're not going to bring back certain people that I wanted, but that's okay. When they showed me Deacon and Taylor, I was like, he's one of Brooke's men, but also I had to remember Deacon is one that's never gone back to Brooke, unlike Ridge, unlike Nick, right? So technically he's fresh, as the kids say. And I saw something that I was like, oh, what's that? And I did see a little spark between Becky and Sean. Now, with that being said, I agree with y'all in chat because I said this too. Taylor has no room to talk anymore because she is flirting with a married man. But at the same time, Deacon is like, he needs an outlet. Deacon, you knew who you were married to. I'm pretty sure. We all saw who you're married to. And you constantly having this friendship, and I respect this, like you need to talk to somebody. She's a therapist. I do see something building there. With Sheila, I'm going to be honest, this is probably the best thing to happen right now. Because for a whole year, I had to suffer through Sheila just being so mild and mannered and tame to the point where I wanted to throw something at my TV just so I could get a spark out of it. But thank you. I'll be here all week. You're going to need Sheila because we all have known Sheila for over 30 years. And there's three things that Sheila's always wanted in her life: to be accepted, to be loved, and to have a family. Well, she had to kill some people to get to where she's at right now. She had to go through some things, and here she is. But at the same time, you took away something that made Sheila, her fight, passion. You don't cross Sheila Carter. And Taylor knows that. So the fact that you got Taylor in this predicament, you got Sheila in this predicament, you got Deacon, I'm here for it because I want to see how Sheila handles this. I want to see how Taylor handles this. I want to see how Deacon handles this. And let's go down under. I want to see how Hope and Steffi deals with this. I want to see how Ridge deals with this. Because this is going to, again, it's none of your business, Ridge, who she's with. You with Brooke now. You with Brooke. But Taylor,
I had to laugh when Steffi went to see Sheila.
Right.
She walked in, she was like, "Oh, you just got on with your life and everything." Like, it was kind of funny. It's funny because Stephanie's not afraid of Sheila anymore because she can say, like, what your granddaughter did to you too, like to you also, like it did to all. She includes her in the conversation. It was scary for them. They like us and Liam and you and she was like,
still weird.
She was like, see, this is what gets my nerves about Bold and Beautiful. They'll pile on one person, but leave other people out. Lee's the one who did it, people. Lee,
thank you.
The one who did it. She's the one who saved her, not Sheila. Sheila found out, didn't tell nobody. Oh, where? No, it was Lee who did it. She didn't even know the whole time.
And Lee and Sheila being friends is just not right in this universe.
It's very weird too. I kind of like it. It was kind of weird. But at one point, they share a granddaughter. But it's like, that wasn't,
Okay.
Sheila didn't plan that. She sounded like everybody else did. It's like she thought someone, and so I'm almost tired of that narrative. They do that. They'll pile on somebody. And you're like, but it's not her fault. Not her fault at all. It was like, it's their fault. So that just bugs me. But she was like, I'm gonna go see Sheila. And it was all busy in there, and then she was looking at that whole weird camera thing was going through the class. I was like, okay, camera, okay, directors and camera work. And Tammy, I've been there, so you know the studio's nice and big. So it's like, okay, kids, yes, Medora, I'm with you. Lee and Bill the ones to blame for the whole.
Bill's owned up to it because the thing is like
constantly, every other word out of his mouth is, "I'm sorry, it's my fault. I'm sorry.
I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done it. I shouldn't have done this."
Katie's all, dude, you told us how sorry you are. Can we just move on now, please? But it's my fault. Just please.
Oh my God. If Sheila is threatening Taylor, as Jeremy, is going to put Ridge back in her orbit, which will cause trouble with Brooke. Ugh. Steffi will not get in Lee's face about nothing. I think I agree with you. She won't. I'm like, she's not calling her out. Why aren't you at her office saying, bitch, what the fuck did you do? She's not doing any of that.
See,
like, hello?
The best part of the show is Luna's cellmate wanting to help her out by getting
I know.
Yeah. She's like, just like, in the face, but not to the belly. Like, okay, come on, I really thought
I get the same cellmate. That don't happen in real life. You don't just go right back into what you was before. But back here, you go.
James, here's the thing. That means that Mr. Feeney on Boy Meets World couldn't be that teacher from elementary school to junior high to high school to college. Oh, now. It happens all the time, folks.
I know, but I used to like, no, it's homegirl. You're back. And she was like, okay. Now, unlike last time, just, not the stomach. I did chuckle. A little bit. I was like, this bitch is crazy. Oh my God, it's so crazy.
The preview, I would like to know what jail they're at, because I saw the preview for Bold and Beautiful next week, and the guard is literally holding the cell phone. It's like, are they been in the house? I'm sorry, what guard is going to show you the cell phone? I need to go to one of these prisons. I need to either go to Salem, where you get ice cream at. I need to go to the GC jail because that's non-existent. I need to go to PCPD because, look, you just run around killing people. And I need to go to Bolt because they got hair and makeup there too. What Beyond the Gates got? Well, I've never been to Beyond the Gates jail yet. What do they got? Let me find out.
I just know if I am forced to watch a child marry Liam and Hope, I'm going to poke my eyes out with knitting needles. If that's what I'm getting, that this child, Beth, is going to marry her parents and all the cutesy stuff with Bill and all that. If that's happening, I literally I will go live, grab my mother's knitting needles, and just poke them out.
Well, they did that with Emma.
Again, I want to see that. I don't want to see that.
No,
it's cute. It was cute.
No, it's not. It's ridiculous. It's dumb. It's boring.
It's cute in a way. Is that they have their family moment. It's like it's kind of cute. It's kind of cute. It's cute.
Well, if I see Bill his grandchildren, I guess that's one thing. Yes.
I mean, they can't get Carter. They can't get Carter. Carter can't marry them. I mean, that would be awkward as hell.
I'd rather see that.
Hey, Carter. Quick question: do you want to marry, Hope and me? Sure, buddy. Even the cops are saying no to it. Like, come on now. Seriously, who else could they get to marry them? I mean, it's gonna be a beautiful day.
You are correct. But those scenes, I guess, it's okay. Here's the deal. I don't want to sound like a child actor hater because I'm not. I don't know. In some, in some, I know Shanika. I can't hold my. I can't hold my. I can't. It's just it's. I don't mind shows being cutesy. I don't mind. And you're right, Jeremy. The little kid is cute. She's cute, I guess. I just don't care. I guess because I don't believe in Liam and Hope being together. I think it's a mistake. That could be number one. But I don't know. I just think a little cutesy can go a long way. And there are some actors like Henry Samry. We loved him as Douglas. He was great. Mm-hmm. I like the kid who plays James on General Hospital. That kid is great.
Yeah,
he's grown up.
I couldn't stand the character of Violet. And I don't. Some kids I just can't stand them. And they're too precocious, too whatever, too cutesy. It bugs the shit out of me. And that's what this, because we have Beth and we have, what's the other one?
You got Kelly.
Kelly.
Beth.
I hardly ever see them. But then they pull it. This Beth story. I was like, she's getting her family back. I don't know. It bugs. I don't know.
Well, but think about this. Didn't Stephanie and Thomas pull the Parent Trap thing too?
Well, yeah.
And they're older. So with the kids, it's all.
And it's one of the weakest storylines. Let's get together.
Yeah, but with the kids,
it's such a weak storyline.
It's a beautiful thing when the kids, when they get their parents back together and they're happy for right now. They need to have a normal childhood. Normal childhood. Yep.
It's too late. They're gonna all grow up messed up.
Yeah,
that's how
as they should.
Well, that's just like mommy and daddy and all of them. They all messed up. So, but right now, let Beth have her moment though. Like she said, she doesn't want Dumb to come to the wedding. Who? Sheila.
I was like, why would she care? She's a little kid. Now she even know Sheila.
Because everybody talks. Just like Hope, Steffi, and Thomas. They found out about certain things because they heard Grandma Stephanie and Brooke and Eric and all of them talk. See, parents who are watching this show, let me tell you something. Y'all need to be careful because these kids can hear everything a mile away. You be talking about their grandparents or somebody or their teachers and stuff. The kids will report back and say, well, my mom said A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Mm-hmm. Y'all be watching yourselves.
Kids are sponges. You gotta be careful what they say.
Yeah. True.
I heard something the other day with one of my grandnieces, and I was like, oh, I shut my mouth. I was like, she's only 8 years old. I was like, oops, she said that? Okay. So yes, they're learning. They hear their parents when they say stuff.
True. You may think they are not listening, but they
they listening. So I totally get it. But anyway, so I when I saw that part when they were doing all the cutesy stuff with that, I'm like,
there's no story.
Kelly. She rescued Kelly from drowning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There's no storyline on the show that interests me.
Right.
I would say this: the show.
Bored with Bold.
I kind of agree with you. I'm watching it differently, but I'm just like I'm like watching it going, okay, they want me to feel this. They want me to feel. I know. I see what they're trying to do, and and with Brooke and Riz talking all week, they're just talking all week about everybody else. They're setting it up. Taylor's gonna get entwined. Sheila's gonna be dangerous. Riz will come back. And Brooke, I of course you were with her, brother. You should care about her. But she's a strong woman.
And that's what Sheila's doing. Sheila's Sheila's pretending to be Brooke, telling Deacon, I just so respect Taylor and blah 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 blah. It's like, I don't care about any of this.
I agree with you.
See, I'm kind of looking at it different where I'm seeing where the show is shifting directions because, okay, you got Ridge and Brooke, they're now that couple, right? They're couple now, they're established, Destiny, whatever. Okay. We need to do something to shake up the core of Deacon, Sheila, and Taylor because in all honesty, Deacon and Sheila on paper, great, but it still was like, wait, they're actually together. We need something to shake them up a little bit. And then you have the new young sets. which is Luna and them. They're interesting to me. And I actually want to see where this goes and who else they're going to bring on to really establish that group. Because you have Luna, Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, you got Remy, you got Electra, we got Will. We need to add somebody or two more people to like, because it's like Bold and Beautiful back in the day. And I'm seeing, oh, y'all really thought that girl was going to have a redemption? Oh,
I'm sad. I'm sad. By the way, I'm sad they aren't on some level. I mean, I want her to be on the edge a little bit, but I feel like this again. It's not her fault, so she didn't tell
it's not.
right away.
It's not.
Whatever happens to Deacon, he deserves it.
I agree.
He's completely out of control, and like, what happened to Deacon? That's a whole show.
Right.
What happened to Deacon?
Side notes: happy birthday to Sean Kanan. It was his birthday this week. I talked to him.
Yay!
Yeah, he's like, we're two old guys still in the business. Yes, we are. And he looks. I said, you look good. You're looking good. So his new film coming out next year. What?
And I still feel bad for kicking Sean Kanan off of social media when it came to the trivia games. I'm sorry.
He's been back. He's been back. He's been back. He's been doing it.
No, not doing the trivia stuff.
We have to do trivia.
I beat him. I stumped him.
I remember, but I'm saying I thought he was back. I'm really just answering people's like, what is this?
Yeah, he's back, but he's not doing the TV stuff. So I apologize to those who was enjoying that, trying to stump. I apologize.
Everything, Candice. Everything.
It's not my fault. I blame you.
I mean, I got it from you, Dad. I got it from you. It's an old 80s commercial reference. But anyway, so it was his birthday this week, so I'm excited. But his new film coming out, and there's a lot of stuff going on. I had a friend of mine who I've known for years who just fangirled over me, going, "Wait, you know Sean Kanan?" I'm like, "Yeah, I've known him for years." And it's kind of funny that men of my generation, Gen X, who like the Karate Kid movies and stuff, it's a funny thing. The bad and the boring right now. I'll let him cook for a little bit. Casey is coming in. So yeah, so where they go. So Casey Kasperzik is now the first non-Bell to be executive producer of The Bold and the Beautiful. And we all know Casey, all three of us know Casey, and he's been loyal to the show. So it'll be interesting to see what he does, what influence he has. That's very true. Who said that? Oh, Shanika. That's very true. Very true. I'm curious if he does make and like get me on the show. Hello, Casey. Now you're really in charge. I want my walk-on role. Hello. Anyway, so let's see what happens. I know where the studio is. I've been there. I know where it is. So yes. Deacon sounds a little two-faced, is what Site Advocate said. That's David.
I mean, here's the deal. You definitely see how he is with Taylor versus Sheila, especially because here's the thing about the Sheila thing. It's like he's always had the voices in his head from other people. It's like, Sheila's not supposed to be with you. You're not supposed to be together. Even us fans, we're like, Deacon and Sheila, okay, like, I guess it could work. And we've seen it. And Sheila's actually tamed herself where, again, when Lee pushed her face in that sauce, I'm sorry. I would have been, look, I'm sorry. I know I'm trying to prove that I'm not that person anymore. But once you put my face in that sauce, I'm coming up swinging. I don't care who you are. I don't care if I say I'm going to be a nun and everything. If somebody thinks differently of me, then you must have never really loved me.
She said, must have never. Must have never.
Must have never. Must have never.
Okay, she said, must have never. So that's what you have, kids. Yes. But no, I'm in general, the show is kind of boring. It's just kind of like it's moving along, it's doing what it's doing, but it's not must see. And Bold usually is the one thing, whether you like it or not, it can be must see. Like it does stuff you're like, they're doing what? They haven't done it in a long time, actually. They haven't done that.
But I wonder if the setup is happening because this is around the time that they start doing things as they get ready for their anniversary month, which is in March.
Yeah, March it's 39 years. It was the year
Yeah.
I graduated high school. That's how I remember it. So it's coming up. I know you were 5. I know. So I'm curious. Yeah, so I'm curious too if they're leading towards whatever's coming up. If there's some big story coming up there, because I don't know either.
Because we know Matthew is back. Thomas
Thomas is back. Yes.
Now, okay, there's a rumor out there. It's not been confirmed or anything that somebody is leaving the show. I'm sure y'all saw it.
Yes.
If that actually is happening, that's going to be a huge blow in a sense of how do you write that person off? But we don't know if it's a true statement or not, so stay tuned for that. And if y'all was trying to figure it out, they're saying that Jackie's leaving.
Right, I've heard that too.
So stay tuned for that if that's true. But I always say this: we're now in November. It's time to start winding 2025 down and prepare for next year. So what stories are we going to end and what stories are we going to create? Because these shows have to go out with a bang. Now, with that being said, we did 3 CBS soaps today. So I'm going to ask the board, out of old, young, and beyond the gates, rank them in what is keeping you glued to the show and what is making you tap out.
I have my gavel. We're going to declare it afterwards.
Okay. What's first? Tami?
Well, what's keeping me watching each of the shows? Well, for Beyond the Gates, it's still very new, so I'm in the honeymoon stage of discovering characters and
So isn't that sweet? That's
I will say I enjoy watching Jack and Diane. I know they talk a lot, but I love watching them talk about their family and Kyle. I really enjoy the two of them together. So I'm always happy when I see that dialogue. To James's point, I'm interested in Claire's journey. It's kind of cool because her character was starting to get a little like, okay, come on, victim-y kind of, and she's not anymore. So that's great. I'm always up for Audra because she's just a hot mess. So there's Phyllis thinking this was a good idea is hysterical to me. Victor, Latasha said it in the chat. Really, Kane thinks giving him Latasha said $1 million. No, Latasha, he offered $1 billion.
Yep, $1 billion.
$1 million is nothing nowadays.
It is something to me.
Like that was so like
me.
That deal to Victor was as weak as the AI storyline to me. So that keeps me watching. There is nothing keeping me watching Bold and Beautiful other than we do this show. And I could come on and say I didn't watch it every week. But I am watching it. I fast forward through most of it. The previews for next week where Luna finds out Elektra and Will are finding a house. And now she's at the in the bars going, I need to get out of here. That made me laugh.
Yes.
But beyond that, I don't care about Brooke and Ridge. I don't care about Liam and Hope. I don't care about Steffi and Finn. I don't care about Lee. I don't care about Sheila. I don't care about anybody. I don't care.
All right. And that was Tami's statement.
Yes.
And now James.
And Ashley Need. All right. Side note, Diane, yes. Peter Bergman is on Pluribus, a new series on Apple TV. I was going to watch it the other day, and it was cool seeing him on a streaming series.
I thought I saw his face.
Yeah, he's on it.
Yeah, he was really good.
I heard he was good. And
Melissa Claire Egan is in a Hallmark movie.
Yeah, they're all doing it. So they're all doing this stuff.
That's cool.
But back to because he said in an interview recently he had to sign an NDA to do the show Pluribus, so he couldn't say nothing about it or anything. So I haven't watched it yet, but I'm going to watch it to see if something else would be very nice. So thanks for bringing that up. Yes. For me right now, it is Beyond the Gates. I was just busy this week. I really couldn't watch, but Beyond the Gates #1. And then number 2, Young and the Restless, just because Young and Bold go back and forth for me. I get one week it's Bold, and only by slim margins. It's just like they both. I'm not excited about anything on either show. To tell you the truth, not like excited. I'm watching because we do these for you guys. That's why I'm kind of watching at the moment. And there's little bits of things that I find amusing. So I'm kind of watching with bated breath and peeled eyes. That's it.
Okay.
Candice, your turn. What say you?
Beyond the Gates, because they are definitely doing things that now we've been asking for. They're finally doing it. And there's some things that I'm just like, oh my gosh, is this really going to happen? Bold is second because I see them rebranding. Meaning
Seriously?
that, yeah, because the thing is that it's because of Luna, Will, Electra, Remy, and Deke. That is actually my poll right now. I'm actually invested in what happens with them. Everybody else is just flutter, but also Deacon and Sheila and Taylor, that's also a hold to me too. With Young and the Restless, I would have said something. I would have been like, yeah, but again, we're using Sharon Case. And when I say using her, I'm not saying that a negative, but you having her do the emotional, traumatic, psychological story again. Because again, one of her kids is hurt. You bring somebody that really caused a traumatic experience to her life as Nyx. You brought this person back from the dead. You're doing this guest stunt casting that you really didn't have to do. You're not writing the stuff that's supposed to be going on in the GC. We need to wrap up this AI stuff. We need to fix whatever's going on with Taraya. We need to do that. We got a wedding coming up. Woo! Cricket and Danny. But you're going to tell me that Nina can come. Y'all had time to get Trisha cast for this, but not when Chance died. Okay, I see you. Okay, whatever. Where's Amy at? Amy, where are you? How you doing? Then there's the whole, did the writers forget certain things about Holden and Audra and even like their background? Because people are trying to figure out, well, wait a minute, how did Audra get onto the show? Yeah, she was hired by Jill. She was working for Tucker. Tucker was giving her money. She was with Noah. They have an alleged child out there. Holden, did people forget Kane had him under the thumb to watch Claire? I bet some of you guys forgot about that. So how is all this going to play out? I'm over. Young and the Restless has to win me back by doing something big and not just hoping that because of my loyalty, I'm going to continue to watch. I am watching the show because, yeah, it's my loyalty. I've grown up with these people. This is my second family. And I say it all the time. These actors, they got me hooked. But I need for the show to remember what it is. It's the Young and the Restless, not Beyond the GC and the aftermath. Come up with something to like really grab me, shake me, and everything to the point where I'm like, I can't believe Young and the Restless did that. Oh my God, Tammy James, we need to do a special Friday episode so we can talk about what just happened, because I cannot believe that Victor's, did this, or Phyllis got a win or something. Like, I just feel as though there's no joy. And watching old clips, and Tammy, I made a mistake of doing this. I watched old Young and the Restless clips from 5 years ago. Then I started going down the rabbit hole, 10 years. I miss when Young and the Restless would have the big galas, have the shocking cliffhanger moments, like when Phyllis busts in to the wedding. I miss the cat fights. Jack and Victor will always have that feud. That's by far one of the best, but it's starting to get played out. And
There's
if
no
you guys
feud.
don't do anything,
There's no.
they said there's a feud.
They keep referencing this age-old feud. There's no feud right now.
Right. And also, it's for the Chick fans out there. I'm so sorry. There's three fandoms I want to say sorry to. Again, to the Taraya fans, my heart goes out. I don't even know what else to say. To the Chick fans, I would really be upset with this show for playing them in my face like that. It's like, okay, here's Sharon in trouble again, and here's Nick. We're just gonna dangle them. Y'all thought that just because they kissed, that y'all not getting that. And then you got Phyllis, and Billy. I would like to see it again. I would like to see it, and with Jack and Diane, I like Diane, I like Jack, but we gotta do something. Just there's all this talking.
He is doing the yes, Lady Laura Black. James is doing the Macarena. Oh,
It's but
Y&R just staring at each other be better than Bold and Beautiful. I don't think so.
Let me see. I can't. Young and Restless. If they just started if they just start each other would be better. I mean, Young and the Restless has lost their identity, and they need to find their way back. Yes, it's still number one. That's because again, the Lord's look. We all watch CBS, so it's like at that 12:30 slot, it's like.
Here's the thing, kids. We're ending the show because we got things to do. It's all right. Here's the last word. Here's the last word, kids. The actors can act. We know when they're given material that's really good. We've seen them act. We all, I think Miss KKD is agreeing with us. We're all watching because we know the ensembles are actually good in terms of acting. And every once in a while, they'll stumble across a good scene or not. Also, I believe
in our future.
I believe I can fly. No, I believe that soaps can change and get better. General Hospital is way better than it was a year ago. So I mean, seriously. I mean, it's yes. So I'm hoping and praying to Soap Jesus also, and the Soap Apostles and Soap Mary and all of them, that this is just a moment. That there has to be something, that something good's they're gonna do something, and maybe for at least a couple of weeks we'll be coming on and going, oh my God. I am hoping for that so hard. I feel like the elements are there. There's things and stuff, they're there. So I'm just like, please me. Oh yeah, please.
I mean, they got a new co-executive producer over there.
They do
to help Josh.
Yes.
You got Jill Phelps.
Yeah, so we'll see what her influence is also on that. But we're gonna end the show. We've been on for 2 hours. I got another show to do. I gotta get something to eat. I got another show to do. So, folks,
I'm ordering McDonald's.
Thank you. And yes, Diana, I was actually gonna end with this too. I come from a veteran family. Veterans Day is in a couple days, and on JLJ Media, I'm only releasing content that's veteran related. I have several shows that are veteran related, so just stay tuned for that on JLJ Media on Tuesday. My late stepfather, my Aunt Faith, both my grandfathers, several of my uncles. I mean, I come from the veterans. It's supposed to be a celebration because it's different. It's different than the other holiday we celebrate. That was for death. This is for veterans who did their service and all over the world and for America. That they should have everything they want to me. They should be given whatever they did great service. They should get whatever they want from us because they did something that none of us have done. So happy Veterans Day to all of veterans who are watching this or going to watch the veterans of your life. I salute you completely. This highlights services for PTSD, services for wounded veterans, services for veterans trying to get back on their feet. I'm like, they need to be able to have housing and jobs and Samantha's friends, the service dogs, and all of that. They should have whatever they need, medical care. I feel very strongly about that, and JLJ Media stands behind that. I have a show called the Ernie Pyle Museum, World War II Museum podcast. It's very popular. I've fallen in love with Ernie Pyle. He was a World War II journalist who talked about the soldier. That was his difference between other journalists. He lived with them. He fought with them. He was the troops in the foxholes with them, and brought home so many stories about the soldier. And so, if you're ever in Dana, Indiana, which you probably won't ever be there, I just want to support them. They support my channel. There's a World War II Museum, but our podcast is everywhere. It's audio, video. I'm on it sometimes. Doug Hetz is on it sometimes. But it's all about the veterans and all their contributions to society. So that's another thing. On my channel, I believe it. Tami Govea, she's at Tami.Govea on Instagram, Tami Govea other places. She has several shows on my network. Check them out. So Like a Classic, Voices of Daytime. Check those out. And thanks to the folks who are checking out Peppermint Winters this week. It was a big hit for us this week for some reason.
Wow.
So thank you for that. Candice Mack. She's at Candy Poo on X. She's Candice Mack, whatever numbers you are and everything else. Make sure you follow her. She's all over JLJ Media. She's about that. I'm not going to name all things she does on JLJ Media, but she's all over JLJ Media. But she also has NGE Soaps. You guys are doing that over there.
I have NGE Soaps, which is tomorrow night. We're going to be talking about that. I have Soap Party 411, which is not going to be on tonight. It's going to be back on next week. We got some things to talk about on there. Let's see what else. There might be another announcement. I think the finalization is this week.
Okay. And we're back next week. And hopefully all the shows or maybe we'll do it again. We'll do a hybrid of some sort. Who knows? That was kind of fun too. And Amanda was like, she's on assignment. You guys were asking, she's on assignment. So we're always saying something on assignment. And hopefully she'll be back next week too. Everyone, as in the words of late Jerry Springer, take care of yourselves and each other.